in the whispering winds that sweep across the snow-draped peaks of the Himalayas, a question echoes, ancient as the mountains themselves. Who will carry the light of compassion into the next age? Imagine a child, unaware of their destiny, playing. In a remote village, their laughter mingling with the chants of monks in a distant monastery. Could this child be the vessel of Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of Compassion, reborn to guide humanity through the storms of suffering? This is no mere tale of reincarnation. It is a battle unseen, a convergence of hearts and powers, where the sacred and the worldly collide in a quest to claim the soul of the next Dalai Lama. Stay with me, for this story unveils the mysteries of the spirit and the struggles of our time shared with others, and let its wisdom ripple outward like a lotus blooming in a still pond. The journey begins in the heart of Tibetan Buddhism, where the Dalai Lama, the 14th in a lineage, unbroken for centuries, embodies the boundless compassion of Avalokiteshvara. His teachings have illuminated countless lives. His words a beacon in a world shadowed by greed, anger, and ignorance, the three poisons that bind us to suffering. Yet, as the wheel of time turns, the inevitability of impermanence looms. The Dalai Lama, now advanced in years, has spoken of his own mortality, hinting that the search for his successor may soon begin. But this is no ordinary succession. It is a sacred process, steeped in signs, visions, and rituals, yet entangled in the ambitions of nations and the currents of global power. If this story stirs your curiosity, subscribe to this channel to explore more tales of wisdom, and let us walk this path together. Picture a monastery nestled in a valley, its golden roofs glinting under the sun. Monks in saffron robes pore over ancient texts, their chants vibrating through the air, calling upon the wisdom of the Buddhas. They seek signs, dreams of a lotus blooming in a barren land, a child born under an auspicious star, or a vision of a lake reflecting the face of the next incarnation. The search for the Dalai Lama's reincarnation is a dance between the seen and unseen, guided by the Dharma, the truth that underpins all existence. The process is meticulous. High Lamas consult oracles, interpret omens, and follow clues left by the departing Dalai Lama, perhaps a cryptic note, a cherished object, or a direction whispered in meditation. Yet, this sacred quest is not without its shadows. Forces beyond the monastery walls, governments, ideologies, and rival factions seek to shape the outcome, each claiming the right to define the future of Tibetan Buddhism's most revered figure. The tension is palpable. Will the soul of Avalokiteshvara rise above these earthly struggles, or will it be ensnared by them? If this intrigues you, like this video to support our exploration of these profound truths. In the Buddhist view, reincarnation is not a mere continuation of a person, but the flow of a mind stream, carrying the seeds of compassion and wisdom across lifetimes. Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva who vowed to remain in samsara until all beings are liberated, manifests in the Dalai Lama not as a singular soul, but as a radiant expression of enlightened intent. This understanding challenges us to look beyond the individual to the universal, to see the potential for awakening in every heart. Yet the search for the next Dalai Lama is not only a spiritual endeavor. It is a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest aspirations and flaws. The Tibetan people, scattered across the globe, yearn for a leader who will preserve their culture and faith. Meanwhile, political powers vie for influence, aware that the Dalai Lama's voice carries weight far beyond the Himalayas. The question is not only who will be chosen, but whether the chosen one will be free to fulfill their sacred role. This story is unfolding now, and you can be part of it. Share this video to spread its message and inspire others to reflect on compassion's enduring power. Consider the child destined to bear this mantle. Perhaps they live in a humble home, their eyes bright with an innocence that belies their profound purpose. The lamas will seek them out, guided by signs. A child who speaks of memories not their own, who gazes at sacred objects with uncanny recognition, or who radiates a calm that quiets troubled hearts. In one village, a boy is said to have pointed to a visiting monk's staff and called it by a name only the previous Dalai Lama would know. In another, a girl dreams nightly of a temple she has never seen, describing its every detail with startling clarity. These stories, passed from village to village, ignite hope among the faithful. Yet, they also draw the attention of those who see the Dalai Lama not as a spiritual guide, but as a symbol to be controlled. The child, unaware of the forces converging upon them, plays under the vast sky, their laughter a reminder of the purity that Avalokiteshvara represents. To dive deeper into these mysteries, subscribe and join our community of seekers. The sacred process of identifying the Dalai Lama is rooted in centuries of tradition, yet it is not immune to the complexities of the modern world. The Tibetan diaspora, scattered across India, Nepal, and beyond, holds fast to the rituals that have guided their ancestors. The Panchen Lama, traditionally a key figure in confirming the Dalai Lama's reincarnation, is himself a figure of contention, with rival claimants appointed by different powers. Oracles, once unquestioned, now navigate a landscape where their visions are scrutinized by skeptics and politicians alike. The Dalai Lama himself has suggested that his reincarnation might be found outside Tibet, perhaps in a land untouched by conflict, or that he may choose not to return at all, leaving the lineage to end with him. These possibilities challenge us to reflect. What does it mean to seek compassion in a world fractured by division? The answer lies not only in the search for a child, but in the awakening of compassion within ourselves. If this resonates with you, like this video and share it to spark these conversations in your own circles. As the search unfolds, the stakes grow higher. In the halls of power, decisions are made that could shape the future of this sacred lineage. Some advocate for a Dalai Lama chosen through traditional means, free from interference, while others propose a process overseen by external authorities, claiming it ensures stability. Yet, in the Buddhist view, true stability arises not from control, but from letting go, releasing attachment to outcomes, and trusting in the Dharma's unfolding. The battle for the next Dalai Lama is not only about who will lead, but about whether humanity can honor the sanctity of a tradition that transcends borders and ideologies. The child, wherever they may be, carries a spark of Avalokiteshvara's vow to alleviate suffering, to listen with boundless compassion, to act with wisdom. This vow is not theirs alone, it is a call to each of us. Will we heed it? Will we cultivate the qualities of the Bodhisattva in our own lives, meeting anger with patience, greed with generosity, and ignorance with understanding? To explore these questions further, subscribe and share this story with those who seek wisdom in a turbulent world. The narrative of the next Dalai Lama is a tapestry woven from threads of faith, hope, and struggle. It invites us to look within, to ask how we can embody compassion in our own actions. The child who may one day be recognized as the 15th Dalai Lama is not merely a figurehead, but a symbol of possibility. A reminder that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but a potential, present in every moment. As the Lamas search, guided by signs and prayers, they carry the weight of a people's dreams and the scrutiny of a watching world. The outcome remains uncertain, but the journey itself is a teaching. It asks us to trust in the unseen, to honor the sacred, and to act with courage in the face of uncertainty. Let this story inspire you to reflect on your own path. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others to spread the light of compassion. Together, we can keep this wisdom alive, ensuring that the soul of Avalokiteshvara shines brightly. no matter who claims its mantle. Asterisk, as the sun dips below the jagged peaks of the Himalayas, casting long shadows over the valleys where prayer flags flutter, the search for the next Dalai Lama grows ever more urgent, a quest that binds the eternal to the fleeting. Imagine a moment when a Lama, weary from travel, pauses by a stream and sees a child's reflection in the water, their eyes holding a depth that speaks of lifetimes. Could this be the one, the vessel of Avalokiteshvara's boundless compassion, destined to carry the hopes of millions? The question pulses like a heartbeat, resonating through monasteries and villages, across borders and oceans, where the faithful and the curious alike await an answer. This story is not just about a child or a title. It is about the soul of humanity itself, caught in a delicate dance between destiny and desire. Stay with this tale, let it unfold in your heart, and share it with others to keep the light of wisdom burning bright. In the Buddhist tradition, the search for a tulku, a reincarnated master, is a sacred art, guided by the subtle interplay of intuition and ritual. High lamas gather in secluded chambers, their voices low as they recount dreams and omens. One speaks of a vision, a white conch shell spiraling in the sky, pointing to a distant land. Another recalls a prophecy from the current Dalai Lama, a cryptic verse about a child born where two rivers meet. These signs are not mere symbols, they are threads in the tapestry of karma, woven by the choices of countless lives. Yet, the path is fraught with challenges. The sacred oracles, once revered as voices of the divine, now face skepticism from a world that demands proof over faith. The lamas must navigate not only their own doubts, but the pressures of those who seek to bend this process to their will. Governments, with their own agendas, watch closely, some claiming authority over the selection, others demanding a voice in the outcome. The question lingers, can the purity of Avalokiteshvara's vow withstand the weight of human ambition? If this stirs your soul, like this video and subscribe to join us in exploring these timeless truths. The child, wherever they may be, remains untouched by these struggles. Their world one of simple joys, chasing a stray goat through a field, or sitting quietly as their mother hums a prayer. Yet the signs are unmistakable to those who know how to look. In a small town in Bhutan, a boy refuses to harm even the smallest insect, his tiny hands gently cradling a beetle to safety. In a refugee camp in India, a girl speaks of a mountain she has never seen, her words echoing the sacred geography of Lhasa. These stories ripple through communities, whispered in marketplaces, and shared over flickering fires. The faithful see hope in these tales, a promise that the lineage of compassion will endure. But hope is fragile, easily overshadowed by fear. Some fear the child will be found only to be silenced, their voice stifled by those who see the Dalai Lama as a threat, rather than a guide. Others worry that the sacred process will be tainted, reduced to a political maneuver rather than a spiritual revelation. This tension is a mirror, reflecting our own inner conflicts. Can we trust in the unseen, or do we cling to control? Share a story to spark reflection in others. And let's keep this conversation alive. The Buddhist path teaches that all phenomena are impermanent, arising and dissolving like waves on a shore. The Dalai Lama, as a manifestation of Avalokiteshvara, embodies this truth, his life a reminder that even the most revered forms are transient, yet the essence of compassion endures. The search for his successor is not merely about finding a child, but about affirming this continuity, a commitment to the Bodhisattva's vow to return, lifetime after lifetime, until all beings are free from suffering. This vow is not bound by borders or ideologies. It is a universal call to awaken the heart, yet the world's complexities cast long shadows. The Tibetan diaspora, scattered yet resilient, clings to the rituals that have sustained their faith for centuries. They pray for a Dalai Lama who will speak for their culture, their history, their dreams. Meanwhile, global powers maneuver, some seeking to anoint a figure who aligns with their interests, others advocating for a process free from interference. The child, unaware of these forces, carries a spark that could ignite a new era or be extinguished by the weight of expectation. To dive deeper into this unfolding drama, subscribe and share this video with those who seek meaning in a fractured world. Consider the lamas tasked with this sacred duty. They are not merely seekers of signs, but guardians of a legacy, their hearts heavy with responsibility. They consult ancient texts, their pages worn thin by generations of hands, searching for clues to guide their journey. They meditate, seeking clarity in the stillness, asking Avalokiteshvara to reveal the path. Yet, they are human, their wisdom tempered by the limits of perception. The Dalai Lama himself has spoken of the challenges ahead, suggesting that his reincarnation might be found in a woman, or in a land far from Tibet, or perhaps not at all. This openness challenges tradition, yet it reflects the Buddhist principle of adaptability, meeting each moment with wisdom rather than rigidity. The lamas must balance reverence for the past with courage for the future, knowing that their choice will shape not only the Tibetan people, but the world's understanding of compassion. This balance is a teaching for us all. How do we honor what has been while embracing what is to come? If this resonates, like this video and share it to inspire others to reflect on their own path. The narrative grows more intricate as the search widens, crossing mountains and borders, from the high plateaus of Tibet to the bustling cities of the West. In a small village in Nepal, a child is said to have recited a sutra without ever being taught, their voice carrying the cadence of an ancient chant. In a quiet suburb in Europe, a young girl dreams of a golden throne, her words stirring the hearts of those who hear them. These stories, though scattered, are threads in a larger weave, each one a potential glimpse of Avalokiteshvara's return. Yet, the world watches with bated breath, aware that the choice of the next Dalai Lama will ripple far beyond the spiritual realm. For some, it is a matter of faith. For others, a question of power. The child, wherever they are, remains a mystery, their identity hidden in the folds of destiny. But their emergence will test us all. Will we see them as a beacon of hope? Or will we seek to claim them for our own ends? This story is a call to awaken, to cultivate compassion in our own lives, to act with wisdom in a world that often forgets its own heart. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with others to spread this message of hope and reflection. As the search continues, the teachings of the Dharma guide us. The Buddha taught that true liberation lies in letting go of attachment, of fear, of the need to control. The next Dalai Lama, whether a boy or a girl, whether found in a village or a city, will embody this truth, their life a living sutra, a lesson in compassion and impermanence. But the battle for their soul is not only about them, it is about us. Will we honor the sacredness of this process, or will we let it be consumed by division? The answer lies in our actions, in the small choices we make each day to listen, to understand, to love. The child who may one day wear the mantle of the Dalai Lama is a reminder that compassion is not a distant ideal, but a practice, alive in every breath. Let this story move you to act, to cultivate kindness, to seek wisdom, to share this video with those who need its message. Together, we can ensure that the soul of Avalokiteshvara shines on, a light unbroken by the shadows of our time.